In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows, look, you and I have seen many of the people. Not only that, rather, we ourselves too, at several stages of our life, we feel like we are depressed, we are getting depressed, we feel like there are certain bitter realities, and the situation here in our life is not that pleasant. It is not what we had earlier wanted. It is not what we actually wanted to become, what actually we wanted to have. And we are seen absent our from the situation we are found because we are preoccupied, we are seen brooding. That is a kind of pathetic situation. Nobody want to find ourselves, nobody want to find oneself in that like situation. And we are of the view that whatever my circumstances are, whatever is happening and has happened in my life, I am all troubled, I am all unhappy, and somewhat depressed because of this reason. Unless and until I don't come out of that, unless and until I do come out of that, I shall not be able to become a happy person, not even a normal person at all. If at all somebody asks us, why are you depressed or unhappy? Why are you brooding? We had like to say, we instantly think or say that since my circumstances are very unpleasant, and because of those unpleasant circumstances, I am seen unhappy and troubled. Unless and until my situation gets better, I shall not be able to live a normal life again. And because I am a realistic person, because I do take care of the realities, because I do take care of the ground realities, I am a very realistic person, I'm a very down to earth person. For that reason, I cannot I cannot overlook and I cannot ignore my circumstances and my situation where I am found. I am of the view I am of the view it is not their circumstances which has made their thinking and thought a bad one and unpleasant one, rather quite contrary to that. It is it is their thoughts, it is our thoughts, it is our thinking, it is the quality of our thoughts which are running inside our mind, which has shaped and which has created the kind of circumstances and the situations we are living in. Although it is hard to believe, but we can talk to the clinical psychologist, we can talk to the psychiatrist, we can talk to the people who have done a sort of research in the field of the psychology, and they will agree with it that it is not the circumstances. If at all we are influenced heavily, if at all we are influenced heavily by the circumstances, it actually means that we are a very weak person, we are not a very strong person at all, and we might not be able to have the control of our life into our own hand. Rather, it will remain upon the circumstances found in the society around us, inside us, which are going to shape our life. In that case, we will suffer, and we might keep suffering for a longer period of time. We will be dependent upon other people for a longer period of time, maybe forever. Why? Because our thoughts are, because the quality of our thoughts are primarily dependent upon the circumstances and the situation. Actually should not have been so. If at all we are a strong person, if at all we want to have a strong mind, for that case all what is needed is that we need to change the quality of our thoughts. We need to make our thoughts as the very healthy one. The more healthy our thoughts become, the healthier our life will become as well. The more pleasant our thoughts become, the more pleasant our will become as well. This is the case, my dear friends and fellows. It is not difficult at all. If at all somebody thinks that it is complicated enough, that it is difficult enough, it will become complicated and difficult at all. But if at all we do think that this is simple and this can be done, I think this can be done indeed. I think we need to change the we need, if at all we want to change our circumstances, and definitely each one of us want to improve the kind of circumstances and the situation and the life we are having. All what is needed is that we need to change the quality of our thoughts, and just by changing the quality of our thoughts, our life will become changing automatically. It will not be difficult, and it will keep happening without realization. Without realizing that what is happening in our life, the things will start changing and will keep changing. This is the situation, and this is the case here in our society or elsewhere, wherever the human beings are living. Now I shall like you to take a kind of study and a kind of research as well. That research and study is concerned. Go to the people. You find the happy people. You find them always active. You will come to know. Talk to them, ask them that if at all you are happy, what is the reason behind it, and you will come to know that they people, or it's not their circumstances which has made them happy. Primarily it was their thoughts which made their circumstances good on the one hand, and then obviously the circumstances have contributed as well for the betterment of their life, for the betterment of their happiness and psychological position. My dear friend, it is the gratitude, it is actually the gratitude. I think that we need to become grateful because we are having so many and maybe countless blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are having the countless blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if at all we want these blessings to continue, if at all we want these blessings to keep increasing with the passage of time, I think that is quite possible. All what is needed is that we need to become a grateful person, we need to become a thankful person, and the more thankful we are, the more grateful we are, the more we are seen remembering and realizing and not taking for granted whatever have been gifted to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by our creator. Let me assure you and let me tell you with enough amount of confidence that inshallah we will be able to retain whatever good and blessing we do have in our life on the one hand. On the other hand, we will keep increasing it inshallah, by because we were a grateful person, because we were having the attitude of a gratitude, and that attitude of gratitude has made us a happier person, and have shaped the realities, the new realities in my life, in your life, in the life of everyone else. Whoever has developed the attitude of a gratitude, I think that is the secret to prosperity, and that is the secret to the good circumstances, the nice and the enjoyable circumstances, and nothing else. As for the vice versa, as for the good circumstances first and the good thoughts then, if at all our thoughts, our feelings are dependent upon the circumstances, I think that will be a kind of disastrous position. We will not be able to improve at all, we will not be able to enjoy at all, we will not be able to feel successfulness at all, we will not be able to have a kind of life we always desired to have, if at all we make our circumstances dependent upon our thoughts. These are my thoughts which are actually making my circumstances good. I need to have the good quality quality of thoughts. As these good quality of thoughts are concerned, these can ensure the good circumstances and a good life for me and for everyone else who is practicing the attitude of gratitude. Thank you.